Welcome, my lovely lights, to this upper body strengthening class. No matter what your perception is of your upper body, we can always work at strengthening. And in this class today, we will target on planks, side planks, and working our way into a dolphin pose. Let go of your perceptions of wherever you need to be and show up here with me. Come with an open heart, an open mind, and together, my lovely, let us do this practice. Welcome, my lovely lights, to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I'm Shelly. Join me in a child's pose if this is accessible to you. So you can begin with the knees either close together, or you can open the knees up, sink back at the hips, and release the arms long. Melt the forehead on the mat. And if your hips are having one of those days where they pop up off the mat, that's okay. Welcoming in a big cleansing breath in through the back of your heart. And truly here with your arms tracking forward, can you open up your handprint and maybe you can lift your third eye, your forehead off of the mat and peek forward. So really engaging and lifting each fingerprint down. And as you reach the hands into the earth, create a long stretch that comes from the top of your head to your sit bones. You can relax the forehead down to the earth. And if your hips are feeling a little bit wonky like mine are this morning, meet yourself where you are. Just take a moment to connect with the earth, to connect with your breath as you inhale in, to set an intention for your practice, to give yourself whatever it is that you're needing in this practice. And sometimes we don't know what it is that we need, but perhaps you could just be open to what is it that you can take away from this practice. Big welcoming breath in. Inhale, raise the third eye off of the mat if it was down. Post up on your fingertips, tenting them. And then exhale, walk your body over to the right side. So first option is you can stay up with the head off the mat. The second is you can come down. I am a huge advocate of blocks. You could also grab a block here and rest the forehead down, bringing in a big stretch to the side body, really awakening through the upper body and the arms. Big breath comes in. Send it away through a melted jaw. Welcome the breath in. Exhale it out. Wonderful. And if your forehead was melted down on the block or the mat, inhale, raise it up. Walk the hands back to center. Look forward to the short edge of your mat. And can you walk your fingers a little bit more forward? So creating a little bit more space from the wrists to the elbows and the shoulders and the top of the head to all of the vertebrae. Welcome the breath that comes in. And then exhale it away. And then exhale as you walk the hands now to the left side of the mat. You'll notice the right side body is opening and expanding, and then the left body is contracting. This is how breath is. It's ever fluent and flowing. So what is it that you need here? How can you just tap into whatever tension or tightness that you're holding in your spine and let it go? Welcome the breath in. Good. Send it away. Wonderful. Exhale, walking the hands forward. Now from here, release the palms flat onto the earth, allowing the forearms to come down to the mat and the elbows are resting down on the mat here. So you can have the option to use a block. A block can be just really nice. It can help us kind of find that shoulder distance apart. And when you're tapping into that, it's the elbows are stacked under the shoulders. Palms of the hands go flat, and then sink the heart and the sit bones back. So kind of like you're in a child's pose. So mine was actually a little bit, my stance was a little bit too shallow. So I'm going to extend my arms a little bit longer. And this can be a pretty hefty stretch in the arms. So find your edge, that space between too much and not enough. And you can use that block to rest your forehead. If you don't have a block, you can just find what your shoulders need here, really waking up, warming up the shoulders. Big breath comes in. Exhale it out. Good. Welcome that breath in. Send it away. Big, full, expansive breath in through the back of the heart. Send it away through a melted jaw. Okay, driving the awareness into the hands, sliding them underneath of the body, and coming in for a seated position. I'm going to use this block just to give a little pelvic tilt. If you have a blanket or a pillow, that would be great. You can just meet in a butterfly, which is soles of the feet, kissing soles of the feet. Now taking the fingers and interlacing them together, and just start by making a little figure 8. So waking up those wrists, shoulders are feeling nice and woken up. Now wrists, and then bring it into the forearms. And you can use the breath that comes in and send it away. So really tap in. And when you take a breath, if it feels short and shallow, that's okay. Just give yourself a second chance, a third, a fourth, a millionth chance. Exhale, moving now. And as you move, getting the elbows and the shoulders, and using that breath to just awaken the wrists, finding a little bit of movement that maybe feels good, or sometimes it doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it's a little bit painful, and that's okay. Wonderful. Now bringing the hands in front of the body, and you can either rest down on the knees, you can kind of bring the knees up here, or you can free float the elbows and just start by flickering the hands open, the palms of the hand. So as you wake up the fingers and the palms, and just start by flickering and opening, spirit fingering the hands forward. Spirit finger, spirit finger, spirit fingers. And then start by kind of almost like spazzing out your hands. And if you feel like you're doing it wrong, you're doing it right, because it's really weird, and just really, kind of finding those crunchity spots in the hand. Big breath comes in and sends it away. Good. Big breath welcomes in and sends it away, way, way. Good. Big breath comes in, stretch, 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 both arms up high. Right hand reaches for the wrist on the left side, and really, just welcoming that stretch in that upper body. And then you can kind of tick-tock sideways, find a little scooping motion. Exhale, float the arms down. Inhale, left hand reaches for the right wrist, and once again, just finding what you need here, scooping a little bit side to side. As our warm-up is coming to, wrapping up to our more active flowing part of our practice. We're getting ready to strengthen this upper body. Okay, and you can tick-tock sideways. Exhale, floating the hands down, and then coming in for a tabletop position on all fours. Really just aligning the wrists underneath of the shoulders, knees under the hips here. And taking a moment to just tap into the spine, because regardless of our practice, our spine is here. It's what's holding us up. Really rounding through the spine, tucking the chin in through the tail, and then press the earth away, pushing the knees, and you can have the feet posted up or down, creating that arching in the spine. Big breath comes in and then presses away. Exhale, really creating that nice big spine, and then exhaling it down, down, down. Wonderful. So setting the handprints up about one hand stance ahead of the rest of the body. And really here just tapping into pushing and grounding the hands into the earth. So can you with me just kind of tap, bring the body down. Notice if the elbows are winging out and hugging the elbows in. And then bring the forehead down to the earth, and then awakening the body up. Exhale. So it's almost like a tabletop push-up. So doing your best to not arch the spine here, drawing the navel up towards the spine with the hands activated. Exhale, forehead melts down. Wonderful. Inhale. If I ever say inhale and you're exhaling, let it go. Beautiful work. Left hand reaches down, and then coming on the side of the knee, the foot comes back like a kickstand here. Arm lengthens underneath of the shoulder. On this side, the knee can rest on the top of the other knee. Just tap in to your body, hugging through the side body for our first side plank today. And if this is too much for you in your practice, you can also come down, lower, closer to the mat. Inhale, big breath comes in. Exhales it away. Really hugging through the tummy and the side body and the bottom. So the first variation is you can be with a bend to the elbow. You can stack shoulder over shoulder. And then we're going to exhale and start bringing the hand through like a gentle threading of the needle, and the body transitions forward. And then you come up. So wherever you are in your practice, if you want to bring that hand up, exhale, finding that alignment and that balance in the body. By affirming I am strong, exhale it down. Wonderful. Bring it up. Send it down. Beautiful. Bringing the breath up. And again, if you need to come down to the forearm, you can. A more advanced variation, if you would like, is you can extend one leg long and you can bend on the opposite. So for me, it's feeling pretty wonky in my wrist. So I'm having to work really hard. So to me, that's a sign today I need to come down. So hugging through the side body here. And now coming in for some hip dips. So allowing the hip to come down and then hugging it up. Exhale, that hip drives down and then hugging it up. You can use the block in the front to guide you. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, hug it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up, down. Bring it up. Finding strength by affirming I am strong. Bring it up. Beautiful. Exhale, sink it down low and hover about a centimeter over the mat. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Oh, ha, ha. Sink it down, roll to the belly. Allow the arms to track in front of you for a Sphinx pose. Top of the feet lengthen long here. Hands root down to the mat. Take a drink of water if you need. My voice is feeling a little scratchy. You can clean up your little one's play space. Hi. And taking a moment to maybe wiggle, waggle out your hips. Drive the eyes over the elbows towards the rib cage. Taking a little gentle back bend here. Taking a little relief and pause. And knowing that in our practice that there's a time for work and strength, and then there's a time for a little bit more rest, duration. And this really teaches us about ourselves and our lives. And that finding that ebb and that flow. Wonderful work. Exhale, pushing your body up. And so I'm going to walk to the opposite side of the mat. So if you want to join me, we're going to walk to the opposite side of the mat. Now setting yourself up for that side plank variation that works best for you. So that first variation is the foot is going to swing back vertically behind you. And then the hand is going to stack under the shoulder. And just tapping into that leg on the top. Mine was just wanting to hover. You can always come down here and catching your first side plank on the forearm. So hug through the side body and the belly. You can bring the hand to the side. You can airplane the arm. You can cactus. You can stack shoulders over shoulders. And just holding your body. And when it feels right for you, you can exhale and start doing that threading of the needle. If you would like something a little bit more, you can pop up on that foot, just really having the outside of the foot, the outside of the foot. And then the front foot can come forward, bending the knee, the foot plants in front of you. For me, this feels great for my side plank. So noticing if your head is dropping like mine, trying to create this really nice diagonal line with the body. And even if your wrist is pushing up, do your best to push it down. You can inhale here, bringing the arm up, and then exhale, threading through. Inhale, arm floats up. You can reach up and back. Exhale, arm comes down. Hug through the inner thighs. If the head is drooping again, just bring it up. You're stronger than you think you are. I promise you are. Exhale it down. Inhale, bringing it up. Exhale down. Wonderful. Bringing that hand up And you can bring the hand to the hip and starting with those hip dips. So wherever you are, if you're on your knees, if you have both of the legs long, my body, this is where I need to be today, hugging up through the side body. Exhale it down. Sometimes my wrist pops off the roof, the mat, and so I need to push it down. So let the hip dip and then bring it up, down. Hug really through the pelvic wall and the side body. Inhale it up. Yes. Exhale. Shh. Yeah, get your baby. Inhale it up. Send it down. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale it down. And then hover, hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to, woo-hoo-hoo, to the earth for a moment. Coming down on your sit bones for a minute. Taking a moment here. And inhaling up through the heels. Coming in for a boat pose. So upper body is still strengthened. No matter where you are in your practice, your upper body needs to be strong. And poses like the boat is going to bring you that strength. So tapping in if the heels need to stay here. Roll the shoulders back. Chin is going to find this nice alignment. Imagine almost like you're holding like a big grapefruit, or like not such a small fruit like a cutie or an orange, but something a little bit bigger, maybe like a really small cantaloupe with your neck. You can bring the hands to the shins, roll the shoulders back if this is where you are in your practice. A block can actually be really helpful here too if you are struggling with your belly. And you could bring the heels to the block. You can exhale the hands forward and up. Palms reach up to the sky. You can inhale here. Inhale, hands reach up. Then exhale, can you just tap to the side? Inhale, up and tap. Up and tap. Up and tap. Use that inhale. And then the exhale. Send it away. Bring it up. Send it down. Wonderful. Send it away. 2 more rounds. Use strength by affirming I am strong. You can really find that strength in the body. Reach the hands back behind the thighs, rolling out the ankles. Bring the hands to the back sides bends of the legs and straighten out. If you were a dancer, maybe your body is really flexible and you can do this on your own. Really creating this V, this boat with the body. Inhale, finding inner strength. Good. Exhale, float the feet down. Windshield wipe them over to the side. Meeting yourself in a tabletop. Big, wide open starfish hands. Reach about 1 handprint above your shoulder. And pressing up and back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the heels here. Finding inner strength by affirming I am strong. Because being strong is not just something that happens on the outer. It's something that begins inside. It's an inner journey. And the more we practice yoga and do poses that strengthen us, the more we actually feel strong. And the more we can help shift our mindset by affirming things like I am strong, the more it becomes a reality for us. Inhale it in. Good. Exhale it out. Ground both of the feet. And if your heels are off the mat like mine, don't sweat it. And then a transition comes, hug through the body and tucking that tail in between the legs. And so you're making that transition. If your butt is still piking up a little bit, hug through the body here and then press up and back. So downward dog to plank transition. So really hug through the body. If you want something a little bit deeper, you can push the body on the toes past the hands and then press it on back. So really, my lovely light, I want you to start transitioning your body at your own pace from your downward facing dog to your plank. And really, as you're in your plank, push the body away. Hollow the front body, hollow the back body. Inhale it forward. Good, send it away. You can do hard things by actually doing them. Wonderful. Send it away. Wonderful, come forward and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A chaturanga variation. Hug through the elbows, float down to the belly. Taking a back bend of your choice, you can go for a cobra if you're ready for an upward facing dog. Lengthening top of the feet, hug the inner thighs, squeeze through the body. Sending it up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels here. Beautiful. Sinking down to the knees here, lengthening the forearms down to the earth. A block can be helpful here. You can hold it in your hands just to kind of help if you've never done this. We're getting ready for a dolphin pose. So a dolphin pose is kind of like a downward facing dog, but down on the forearms. So from the forearms, you can also do what I like to do is interlace the fingers together, but gently tuck the pinkies up and in so they can flatten on the mat. So get your arms set for success. Elbows are going to be below the shoulder blades. Post up on the hind feet, pushing the hips up and back here. So however you need, maybe you need to readjust, reset yourself. Really root down through the forearms, pushing it up and back. So the head is not cranked on the mat at all. It's actually floating and really pushing the earth away. So if your head is floating down, push it up, up, up. And you can hold here, or you can walk the feet a little bit closer towards the forearms, strengthening the upper body, affirming I am strong, maybe checking out your perspective, seeing the world flipped upside down. Big breath in, send it away. Welcome the shake, welcome the burn, float to the knees. Coming in for a traditional child's pose, you can use that block and rest the forehead if you need to. Just tap in if you need to. You can bring the knees closer together or further away. This time, this is a traditional balasana, child's pose with the arms tracked back in the palms of the hands, raising up towards the sky. Take a moment here to inhale gratitude in. Exhale, send it away. Inhale, and no matter what's happening in your surroundings, or the sounds or the distractions, how can you give yourself a moment to just be grateful? To stop judging and labeling your day and how everything needs to be, to stop allowing overwhelm and anxiety and stress to be your governing force, or maybe it's anger. And just taking a moment to tap into whatever it is that you're experiencing, all the struggles, all of the trials and tribulations in life. That what if this moment was the exact moment that you needed? What if all of these challenges and struggles were every lesson that you needed to experience in this life? Big breath comes in. And then bringing the hands below the shoulders and pushing yourself up to a seated position inside love. And just finishing your practice, you can find yourself in a seat. Maybe it's a hero's pose. Maybe it is in a crisscross applesauce. And maybe you can just take a moment, put the palms of the hands up, and just truly know that whatever it is that you are experiencing, whatever is hard or whatever it is that you are afraid of, that this is here happening for you for your highest good. And that if you can take a moment to actually find the blessing in disguise and to know that all of this, my lovely, you have got this, that you are strong, that you can do everything. You have all of the tools that you need to succeed. And just bringing the arms and crossing the body and just whispering, thinking, or speaking with me, I love you. I love you. I love you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. Bringing the palms, kissing palms. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you. Namaste. Practices just like this prepare us for all those chaotic, unexpected moments in life, and that sometimes there's dogs in the background, sometimes there's kiddos in the background, sometimes there's people speeding by, and that knowing that all of this is a part of you just embracing and living your life to the fullest. I'm freaking so grateful for you. Explore my channel. There's many more practices, and if you're ready for something to take you to the next level, join my 21-day Strong Calm Mama yoga challenge. It's this incredible challenge to just get you on track and get you in that mode. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Please subscribe and share this out with a beautiful woman who you know could use this.